Right now, a factory worker in Tamil Nadu is wearing a camera on her head, training a robot that may one day replace her. A software engineer in Bangalore just lost his job to the AI his own company built, and 1.5 billion people are standing at most important crossroads in India's history. This video will tell you the truth about India, about AI, and about who actually wins this race. Stay with me. Let me destroy a myth. AI is not magic. It's three things: capital, data, and compute. Deployed at scale. $1.5 trillion have been pumped into large language models globally. And here's what they don't tell you: AI was designed to concentrate power in the hands of very few. Right now, those few are American, Chinese corporations, and big conglomerates. The question for India: which side of that power are we on? India is number 2 in the world for AI workforce, right behind United States. And here's what makes this extraordinary. 60% of the India's engineer colleges are in small towns, tier 2, tier 3 cities. Not in Mumbai, not in Delhi, not in Bengaluru. First generation graduates from tier 2, tier 3 cities are now driving the global AI data economy. English proficiency plus low cost equals unstoppable global competitiveness. The talent is here, the question is who benefits from it. Brace yourself. 60% of all work tasks in India now can be automated by AI. Only 40% of the workers will be needed in tomorrow's automated workflow. India's IT dominance, built over 25 years, is under direct threat. TCS alone shed more than 23,000 jobs in last financial year. Infosys, Wipro, all cutting. One industry veteran put it bluntly: AI is probably the toughest challenge India's IT sector has even faced. This is not a drill. This is right now. Here's a story that went viral globally just a few weeks ago. A textile worker in Karur, Tamil Nadu, are wearing GoPros and Meta smart glasses for 6 to 8 hours a day. Every stitch, every fold, every iron sweep being recorded. That footage is being fed into AI models, training the humanoid robots of tomorrow. Workers earn 10,000 rupees a month extra. But ask yourself, are they being paid fairly, or are they handing over the most valuable thing they have, their human expertise? Let me explain something that the mainstream media isn't talking about. Egocentric video data is the first person camera footage of every human action, and it's the primary fuel for training humanoid robots. Household tasks, cooking, cleaning, laundry, even bathrooms, recorded from A to Z. And here's the scale that should shock you. The target volume for this data is 500 million hours of footage every single day. That's not a typo. 500 million hours. India is the country doing most of this recording. A 28-year-old homemaker in Tamil Nadu said, and I quote, I just capture my day to day activities: folding clothes, cleaning, washing. For 3 hours, I earn 1,000 rupees. That's real income, that's financial independence. But here's the brutal truth: the job is temporary by design. Once the AI model is fully trained, the job disappears. Small town India is doing the labor, Silicon Valley is taking the value. San Francisco office don't train these robots, she does. Thinking of data annotation as AI factories floor. Step 1: raw data. Images, videos, audio from the real world. Step 2: annotation. Human label every single object, word, and action so the algorithm understands it. Step 3: training. The AI learn from millions of labeled examples. Step 4: deployment. Self-driving cars, robots, and language models go live globally. Every step require absolute pixel perfect accuracy. And who's doing most of this work right now? India. Every single day. India built a $330 billion IT empire over 25 years. Bangalore, an entire city, rose from the 1990s tech boom. The model was simple: a job costing $1 in the West, done for 20 cents in India. That model made India indispensable. But today, a large language model can do many of those same jobs for near zero cost. And India's IT giants, they were profitable, they were comfortable, and they failed to invest in AI early enough. That complacency is now a crisis. Let's be fair and look at both the sides. For India, yes, these are real wins. job in small towns with no relocation required, income for homemakers, women gaining financial independence, tech skills entering the workforce. These are real, but for global corporation, they earn billions in profit from data created by Indians. The intellectual property stays overseas, and the workers, they may ultimately be replaced by the very robots they trained. This is the deal India has accepted. Was it the right one? An AI and labor researcher called it a supply chain which is extractive by design. A technology critic asked, are we data working our way out of employment? A digital activist warned data can be used against the workers themselves. But here's the counter argument. If a company offers a price and someone accepts it freely, is that exploitation or is it simple the only choice available? That's the real question India must wrestle with, and the world is watching how India answers it. Three cities Delhi, Mumbai, Bengaluru drives India's economy, but 1.5 billion people cannot all move there. That's the fundamental maths of this country. AI data work, annotation, video labeling, robot training is fully remote. Work comes to the people, not the other way around. A woman in a conservative household in Rajasthan who cannot travel can now earn, save, and fund her child's education without leaving the home. That is genuinely revolutionary. Technology meeting India where India lives. There's an old Indian saying if you educate a girl, you educate the entire village. AI data work is proving that in real time. In regions where a woman cannot traditionally leave her home, these jobs are offering economic freedom without demanding geographic freedom. First generation graduates are earning salaries their parents ever never imagined. Mothers are funding their children's education, and financial independence across culture, across caste is translating direct into social independence. This is perhaps the most underreported story in the entire India AI narrative. Here's a proof that India is already doing world-class AI work. Tesco, a 66 billion pound British retailer with 4,500 stores and over 100,000 fridges, runs its AI brain from Bangalore. What does this mean? 30 years of shipping data from 22 million customers, analyzed from India, ingredient level inflation tracked by Indian AI engineers, leading to actual price reduction on bread, and 100,000 fridges monitored in real time via sensor managed from a desk in India. Bangalore is not just the back office, Bangalore is the brain. India claims third place in global AI race, and on workforce and use cases, that claims holds up. But in the one area that truly determines who control AI, that is hardware and chips, India is not third, India is not even close. $25 billion left Indian market in early 2026. Investors moving their capital to Taiwan and South Korea, where the chips are actually made. You can have all the data annotators in the world, but without the chips, you don't control AI, you serve it. Let me say this clearly. India produces zero AI grade semiconductors. Every single GPU powering Indian AI runs on imported chips. India's private sector chronically underinvests in research and development, and India's IT giants, they were too profitable for too long. They didn't invest in AI early enough. The West and China have compute capital and data advantage built over 2 decades. India is catching up, but the Tata Fab in Dholera won't produce its first chip until December 26 at the earliest. The clock is ticking. Here's the honest debate. Optimists say AI creates new role, human in the loop demand is growing, India can be the AI factory of the world, and our talent at scale is unmatched. Pessimists say white collar job losses will be massive, data job disappears when model are trained. India is surrendering sovereignty to foreign tech giants, and without chips and the hardware, we have no real power. Who's right? Both. The answer depends entirely on who owns the AI, and that fight is still being fought. Large language models can now do what India's entire IT industry was paid to do: code writing, very high disruption; customer support, very high; data entry processing, extreme; HR system, report generation, software testing, all high disruption. This is not theoretical. TCS, Infosys, and Wipro are already restructuring. 40,000 tech layoffs in India in the past year alone, 868 jobs lost globally every single day in 2026. The threat isn't coming, the threat is already in the boardrooms of metropolitan cities. India has a vision, Viksit Bharat 2047, developed nation status by the centenary of independence, and winning the AI race is non negotiable to get there. The ambitions are clear: become the AI factory of the world, build sovereign Indian LLMs in Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, and every Indian language, become the testbed where AI is deployed at population scale, 1.5 billion users as a living laboratory, and train 1 million AI ready workers beyond metro cities by 2030. The vision is bold, the execution is the question. Here is where India has an irrepressible advantage: agriculture, crop monitoring, yield prediction, pest detection via satellites, and AI at a scale no other country can match. Healthcare AI reaching rural areas with no doctor, UPI plus AI fraud detection. India's payment revolution that the world is copying, multilingual AI tutors for 600 million learners in 20 plus language and AI powered governance. Ration system, subsidy delivery, tax compensation, 1.5 billion people is the world's largest AI testing environment. No one else has this. Here's what the next 5 years actually looks like. Human in the loop demand will grow as AI system becomes more complex. Humans will supervise, verify, and steer. Global capability centers are replacing traditional outsourcing. 140,000 new GCC role expected in India in 2026 alone. Startups are building vertical AI for Bharat's real problems, and millions will need upskilling urgently. The future of work in India is not the end of the work. It is the most demanding reinvention any workforce has ever had to make. India has 1.5 billion people. It has the second largest AI workforce on the planet. It has engineers designing chips at Qualcomm, Nvidia, and AMD. It has homemaker training robots and coders building the internet. But talent alone is not enough. If India doesn't create sufficient jobs, all that scale means nothing. The AI age is not waiting, it is not slowing down. India must decide right now: are we a supply chain for the world's AI, or are we a sovereign nation that shapes it? The decision belongs to every single one of us. If this video makes sense to you, like it, share it, and let the world hear India's story. Subscribe because this conversion is just getting started.